Alright, looks like everything's the same, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Alright then, time to begin. Oops, no, that's not the one I want. Want to do the whole world. Where's the whole world? World geography. All countries, where is it? Something, smallest, whatever, no, there we go. We'll do member states, although I do know all of the others that should be independent nations. Alright, Zimbabwe, nice to start off with, is there. Switzerland is there. Latvia, the Middle Baltic, a lot of the best Forest Brothers partisan songs are from Latvia. Mali, Morocco, and Western Sahara, which Morocco invaded and has occupied for like 40 years, which should be an independent country. New Zealand. Hey, look, okay, so I know I have viewers from New Zealand. If you guys end up seeing this, it's not just me who crops you out of maps. Okay, look, the website is also cropping you out. Okay, so don't act like it's just me doing that. Mauritius is this one. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Spain, Lithuania. Republic of the Congo is the small oil producing Congo, as opposed to the giant Congo where all the world's cobalt supply comes from. Eritrea, Lebanon is going to be starving pretty soon. Mozambique, Mexico, Canada, East Timor, Georgia, its actual name is Sakartvelo. Micronesia. Oh, okay. They have a smaller one down here. Sri Lanka. They recently had a complete government collapse. Get off my screen. They recently had a complete, like, national collapse. Maldives, Uruguay, France, Israel. Make sure I'm actually clicking on it right. There we go. Malaysia makes the best headphones. Usually all my headphones are constantly from Malaysia. Australia, I got to go there back in 2007. It was awesome. Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Cote d'Ivoire, Belarus, Somalia, and the northern chunk there is Somaliland, which has been de facto independent since the 90s. Guyana, Tanzania, Guatemala, Colombia, El Salvador, Haiti, Ghana, Jordan, Moldova, Turkey. Anybody saying anything? Nope. Everybody quiet. Okay, well, keep going then. Alright, no dot to aid me, so really have to narrow my eyes to make sure I click on this right. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. I forgot they had a little cutaway down here. Syria. Now that Russia is not really going to be a player anymore, Assad's government in Syria is not going to have any big, brutish bully strength to back him up anymore. So that's going to get interesting. Belize, Argentina, as basically, if Russia had not been backing him and basically bombing all of the towns and cities that the rebels were sheltered in, then they would have overthrown him back in 2011. Austria, Ethiopia, Nicaragua, Czech Republic, Bulgaria has awesome cave systems, Burkina Faso, Montenegro, Croatia, Sao Tome and Principe, just off the coast of Gabon, Netherlands. Have a Typically have a lot of viewers from the Netherlands. I have an odd concentration. Obviously, most of my viewers are from the U.S. A decent chunk are from Canada, and then over in Europe, I have a specific concentration that most of them seem to be either from, or most of you guys, since I'm talking to you, since seem to be either from Norway, the Netherlands, or Germany. Central African Republic, Ecuador, Panama, my favorite Latin American country, Antigua and Barbuda. To go down here is this one. North Macedonia, Madagascar, Jamaica. Can I click on this one? Yes, I can. Jamaica essentially is just a giant mound of aluminum ore, or bauxite ore is the proper name, in the middle of the Caribbean. Belgium, Pakistan. Pakistan has suffered greatly over the last several months. Basically, a third, the lower third of the country, of its actual like landmass, was literally underwater at one point, at the highest point of the floods. Liberia, Cyprus, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, a little square right there. India, Kiribati, as one of the largest total territorial areas in the Polynesian range. Kenya, South Korea, Oman, Grenada. To come down here, Barbados, right to the east of it. Roll back up for Nigeria, Norway, US, Eswatini, Senegal, Tunisia, Malta, a little island there, Japan, Thailand, Bhutan, Slovenia, tiny right in there, and nope, nothing in chat. Well, keep going. Iran is finally having an uprising. For anybody who's been following that, they are finally deciding that they're done with it, and not like the last attempt in 2007, I think, where they kind of just like stood around and just regular protested, and eventually they all got gunned down. This time they decided they were going to charge the security forces, and they have repeatedly overrun the defense lines of the security forces and like tipped their armored vehicles over and set them on fire. Vanuatu, Egypt, Slovakia, Malawi, Chile, Saint Vincent and Grenadines is there, Gabon, Poland, Polska, my favorite European country, Peru, Tuvalu is, where are we? Here. China, Saudi Arabia, Sierra Leone, Tonga is this one. Indonesia. This website unfortunately does not have a test for the islands of Indonesia. I do know them. The best I can eventually do later is just point them out each on a map I have, and then show the map with their names afterwards just to prove it. Indonesia, Romania, Albania, Myanmar, Ireland, Denmark, Vietnam, Algeria, San Marino, tiny little city-state, Seychelles, Luxembourg, Finland is awesome, Italy, Hungary, probably my favorite European language would be Hungarian. Qatar, the big Congo where all the cobalt is, and the like seven-sided civil war is. Estonia, Palau is. Oh yeah, I have to go down here. This one. Ukraine, Afghanistan. Liechtenstein is a tiny strip of land between Switzerland and Austria. Russia, Nauru is this one. Niger, full of uranium. Sudan, Marshall Islands is the one up here. South Africa, St. Lucia is just south of Martinique. Cambodia, Cuba, Bahrain, tiny island. Tajikistan recently tried invading Kyrgyzstan and got repelled. Iceland, Namibia, probably my favorite African country, though I'd say they're tied with Tanzania. Iraq, Samoa is this one. City-state of Singapore, Djibouti, the Bahamas. Got to go there once in 2019. Lesotho. The water, specifically in the Bahamas, is absolutely magnificent. It is like beyond clear. It's indescribably clear. Portugal, Mongolia, Benin, Kyrgyzstan, Yemen, Togo, Nepal, Botswana, Laos, Sweden, Zambia, the Philippines, Turkmenistan, Andorra, Mauritania, Brunei over here, Paraguay, South Sudan. The micronations are included on this. They're frequently represented by like Monaco up here is represented by that dot. They're just put on with dots. Rwanda. Make sure I can actually click on it. Uganda, just to the north of it. Guinea-Bissau, Kazakhstan, Monaco. There we go. Brazil. I do have one consistent viewer or consistent commenter, I guess would be better to say, from Brazil. Papua New Guinea, Fiji. Have to go down here for it. Is there. Bangladesh, Gambia, the UAE, Kuwait, St. Kitts and Nevis is just to the west of Antigua and Barbuda, Bolivia, where the most unmined so far lithium is. They share that giant, like 100-mile wide, high altitude salt flat that's a bunch of lithium salts, a few feet deep in the Andes Mountains. They share it with Argentina and Chile. However, only Argentina and Chile are really mining it yet. Bolivia's tried to start, but they can't seem to get like decent operations going. Cabo Verde. Unfortunately, the site also doesn't have a quiz for the Cabo Verde Islands, so that one you're just gonna have to take my word for it. I know them. Burundi, Deutschland, North Korea, fascinating place. Cameroon, Serbia, Costa Rica, Armenia, Solomon Islands are these ones. Chad, Angola, Hellas, the UK. Comoros is this island. Dominica is the island in between Guadeloupe and Martinique. Venezuela, Honduras, Suriname. Hey, click on it, please. Thank you. Libya, and oh, I, I didn't realize that was it. Well, I guess I'm too used to thinking of numerous places that should be recognized nations as well. Back to geography games. I mean, you can. It's. Oh, I guess it is GeoGuessr. Well, technically, it's Seterra. Because I went to just GeoGuessr first. I remember seeing it somewhere, and so that's what I typed in, and I went to, and it was like really bad. So I just looked up like countries, quizzes, and stuff, and Seterra was one of the suggestions. And I came here, but apparently it's via the GeoGuessr site. But the GeoGuessr site itself, the quizzes that it had were like really terrible. All right, what are we doing? I mean, I guess North America is just the first one on the list, so I guess we'll start with North America. We'll do physical features, since I found that it also has those. Hudson Bay. The Great Salt Lake is not really visible because it was small to begin with technically, and now it's gotten even smaller. Gulf of Mexico, Tennessee River, Lake Winnipeg, the Appalachia Mountain Range, the Pacific Ocean. Really, I wonder what that could be. Great Basin Desert, Lake Michigan is the one that looks like a squash plant or an eggplant. Great Bear Lake is up here. The Rocky Mountains, the Yukon River, that's my river, runs through Fairbanks. Colorado River is this one. Lake Athabasca is up here. Lake Huron is the one that looks like a backpacker. The Rio Grande forms the Texas-Mexico border. St. Lawrence River is this one. The Alaska Range is the range just south of my town, Fairbanks, where I should be at least. And to the north of us is the Brooks Range up here. And it hasn't come up yet, but this mountain here is Denali. That's the highest peak in North America. It has in parentheses Mount McKinley, but please do not ever call it that. Its name is Denali. McKinley was a senator who wanted the mountain named after him, and he wasn't even a senator from Alaska. He was a senator from Ohio down here. But its name is Denali. Don't give any credence to some like ancient dead dude from Ohio. The Missouri River is this one. Mississippi. The Bering Strait, right there. Mackenzie River forms the border for our Canadian brothers over in Yukon, Atlantic Ocean. The Alaska Peninsula is the southwestern arm here. This one that's covered up by the name right there, that's the Kenai Peninsula. The Kenai technically has a lot of cobalt and antimony under it, but no mining operations take place for that at the moment. Great Slave Lake is this one. Lake Superior is the Wolf Head. Denali. The Ohio River forms the border of Ohio, to the surprise of no one. Lake Ontario, and that's it. Now chat suddenly comes alive. Yeah, Great Salt Lake is not really that great. Actually, it's causing problems for Utah with how dry it's become. As the lake goes down, a lot of the salt that gets left on the surface is then blowing away from the lake and is going across like farm fields in Utah. It is Thankfully, it's only a problem in Utah, and compared to like say the Great Plains states, like Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Utah's agricultural uh, production is not like that high. And actually, they do more like cattle ranching than agricultural food production, anyways. But it is causing a problem within Utah. Anybody? No, just you guys. Okay, back to here. All right, so here we go. U.S. states. Louisiana is going to go underwater, like several other states and some entire countries, in fact, like Bangladesh and Vietnam. Maine, Connecticut, Michigan, Maryland, Minnesota, Arkansas, Delaware, tiny little Delaware, Mississippi, Idaho. I think that was when my dad joined the Air Force back in the 80s. That was the first base he was stationed at, was in Idaho. Wisconsin, California, Virginia, Vermont, Utah, Illinois, Kansas, Alaska, the best state, is not sized properly. They just crushed it in a little box down here. Hawaii is sized appropriately. Actually, no, Hawaii's they even made Hawaii smaller than it actually is, because the big island down there looks like on this map it's only being shown as 50 miles wide. It's actually 100 miles wide. Alaska is literally like a quarter of the size of the U.S. It's 2.5 times the size of Texas. So just increase the size in your mind. South Dakota, where a lot of the nukes are. Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Montana, more nukes, Hawaii, Iowa, aka cornfields, Nebraska, aka wheat fields, which also applies to North and South Dakota as well, along with Kansas and Oklahoma, Arizona, Oklahoma, Georgia, West Virginia, aka coal, Washington, aka too expensive and no one should live there, like California, New Hampshire, Florida is going to be underwater, and people aren't really going to miss it because Florida causes some problems. North Dakota, more nukes. Massachusetts, that's where I grew up, specifically on that tiny little strip of land there sticking out into the water that's called Cape Cod. That's where I grew up until I was just before my 12th birthday. Kentucky, also coal. New Mexico, Rhode Island, Colorado, Indiana, Wyoming, more nukes. Alabama was where Josh used to be, where there is swamps and some alligators. Ohio, New York, also known as Too Many People. Missouri, New Jersey, also known as Too Many People. And Nevada. What's wrong with Florida? What isn't wrong with Florida? I don't. Florida is Florida's we the saying here is a piece of work. Florida is a piece of work, to be sure. All right. I guess we'll just go down alphabetically then. Belize. I know the 6 states, or rather districts of Belize: Sand Creek, Toledo, Corozal. Wait, no, that's Cayo. That's Corozal. Orange Walk, Belize, and Cayo. Canada provinces. Where's Okay, there we go. Canada provinces. Saskatchewan has a bunch of uranium and also a number of like mantle upwelling hotspots that actually make it good. It has good spots for geothermal power generation, even though it's completely flat and would otherwise not seem like it's a geologically active zone. But like I've said in several videos before, there are way more like geological hotspots than we actually thought there were. Now that we've done extensive like surveys, like it turns out the Earth is actually full of them, and there's a number in Saskatchewan. The only issue is that there's no one to provide energy for in Saskatchewan, so it's kind of it's kind of a dead option. Saskatchewan, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia. That's where James Blackwood, the Raccoon Man, lives. Ontario, the province that doesn't exist. Northwest Territories, part of the Arctic Confederation that I formed in my head. New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Quebec keeps. They won't make up their mind. Like every 2 decades, they want to separate and become an independent country, and then they like get lazy and don't want to do it anymore. Yukon, our brothers across the line, as we have frequent interactions with each other, us in Alaska and them in Yukon, and we, along with actually pretty much everyone in Nunavut and the Northwest Territories too, have more in common with each other than we do with the like southern or mainland portion of our respective countries. Yukon, so we'll form along with Greenland and Chukotka over in Russia will form the Arctic Confederation. British Columbia, Nunavut, Alberta has a huge amount of oil, in excess of 1 trillion barrels down there in the tar sands. Manitoba, granted that the maximum possible extraction rate is probably around 5 million barrels a day. So on top of if they went to full production capacity, on top of all the other oil that Canada has and is producing elsewhere, that would probably bring them up to like a peak or a temporary plateau of around like 6 or 7. Costa Rica, and then I'll check chat because Costa Rica is fast. Whoa, hey, stop. Scroll as much as I tell you to, not more than that. Get off of my screen. Limon, Guanacaste, Heredia, Cartago, San Jose, Alajuela, Punta Arenas. No, you're not dead, but your Ontario just doesn't exist. Kind of like I have viewers in Florida, but Florida doesn't exist. The two only seem to conflict with each other on the surface level. If you actually think about it, they really don't. Just like when we get to the UK, one of my friends on Discord who's from the UK has insistently drilled it into my head that one of their regions called the Midlands does not exist, and nobody likes them. Nobody likes anybody from them, and they just don't exist. So, and when we get to the UK, I'm going to claim that the Midlands don't exist as well. Hmm. Cuba. Okay. Granma Ciego de Avila. Is that one? Yes. Now del Rio, Guantanamo, Cienfuegos. Is get. No, I'm not joining your Patreon. Get off my screen. Join my Patreon, actually. Artemisia, Havana, Juventud, Camagüey. Is that one? Yes. Okay. Villa Clara is that one. Should be, at least. Holguin, Sancti Spiritus, Mayabeque, Tunas, Kansas, and Santiago. All right. only a few more, or at least I. Yes, Dominican, no. Grenada, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras. Yes, I do know Honduras. Antida, gracias a Dios. The islands, Colon, Mayagua. Is this one? Yes. Okay. Valle, Francisco, Juroteca, Cortez, El Paraíso, Santa Barbara, Olancho, the biggest one, Ocotepeque, Lempira, Intibuca, Copan, La Paz, and Yoro. Honduras. Oh, Mexico. Oops. I said no more big ones. I totally forgot we hadn't done Mexico yet. Okay. Guanajuato, Colima, Nayarit, Jalisco, Colima. That's Colima. Zacatecas, Guerrero, Tabasco, little state there. Chiapas, Baja California. I do know someone who lives not in Tijuana, the city that's right on the border, but he lives somewhere on the Baja Peninsula. Veracruz, Baja California Sur, Nuevo Leon was in a drought, was in a harsh drought. Like the city of I think it was Monterrey had harshly restricted water consumption just up until this last month. They started getting huge amounts of rain. What are we on? Michoacan, Chihuahua. Oops, nope. Chihuahua's there. I got those two mixed. San Luis Potosi, Sinaloa, Jalisco, Durango, Quintana Roo, Mexico is should be that one. Yes. Puebla. Oops, no. Puebla's the bigger one. Morelos, Coahuila, Tlaxcala, Sonora, Hidalgo, Campeche, Mexico City, Aguascalientes, Tamaulipas, Nayarit, Yucatan, Oaxaca, and Querétaro. All right, Nicaragua. I just finished Nicaragua a few. Oh man, it hasn't even been days, it's been weeks. Can't keep track of time anymore. Madrid is that one. Yes. Masaya is here. Matagalpa, Contales, Managua, Carazo, Granada, Esteli, Nueva Segovia, Atlántico Norte, Jinotega, Rio San Juan, Boaco, Rivas, Leon, Atlántico Sur, and Quinadega. Oops, no, wrong button. There we go. Way out there. Glitch in the Matrix. What? I mean, okay. Well, I'll let I'll let like semi-rural Eastern Ontario exist, I guess, and then everything else is gone except for the northwestern parts where there's a lot of important mines for stuff, and the very southwestern portion where Niagara Falls is, because Niagara Falls is awesome, and also just over near the border with Detroit, because that's where some of the world's largest salt mines are down under the Great Lakes. Sounds like a problem that's been put in the drawer for too long. Okay, uh, I probably forgotten what you might be referring to. Darien. Okay, Darien is one of the most difficult places to construct infrastructure on Earth. It's a rainforest swamp that is I forgot the proper term for it. Like that, there is an actual specific ecosystem term that it's not just like a few feet of water and then some mud. It is a water mud mix underneath all those trees that goes down as water mud for 50 feet and in some places more. So it is that's why there's been no like roads or train tracks or anything between Panama and South America is because unless you're willing to pay for it because we are capable of building something through there. We've done it in similar environments before, but unless you're willing to pay for it, which Panama doesn't really want to, and I don't blame them. You just can't build stuff through there. Veraguas, Colon, Embera, Cunayala, Cocle is should be that one. Boca del Toro, middle one, Los Santos, Nagabe, Herrera. Oh, and that peninsula is where the Panama mass driver is in Gundam Seed. Nasotier, Kirikui, Panama, and Panama Oeste. Yeah, there was a mass driver orbital launcher in Gundam Seed, but it got destroyed in an EMP attack. The St. Kitts and Nevis Islands. St. Kitts and Nevis. Easy. That's the easiest quiz on here. Except the Malawi quiz might be a little bit easier. Okay, and yeah, the Bahamas is the last one for North America. Then we'll move on. Okay, Abacos, Grand Bahama, Exuma, Mayaguana. Oops, nope. Inagua, Eleuthera, Crooked Island, Andros, Bimini, San Salvador, Rumkey, Long Island, Acklands, Cat Island, New Providence, Ragged Island, and the Berry Islands. And unfortunately, no, Cat Island is not called Cat Island because it's ruled over by cats. It's just a name someone gave it just because. South America. Here we go. Where's it? Oh, there we go. Physical features. Okay. The Parana River, Lake Maracaibo, Patagonia, the lower Argentinian flatlands, the Brazilian highlands, Amazon, which is the river. They don't specify Amazon River. They say Amazon rainforest and then just Amazon. Whereas normally when people just say Amazon, they're referring to the rainforest as opposed to the river. Paraguay River, Atacama Desert, Strait of Magellan, Tierra del Fuego, the southernmost point, Falkland Islands, Amazon rainforest, Galapagos, very famous, Lake Titicaca, Pampas. Pacific. I honestly don't get why it does this. Really, it includes the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Like there's some knowledge that's just too basic. That like including that as a question is an insult. The Andes, Atlantic Ocean, Rio de la Plata. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say it as that. Florida doesn't exist. I I don't have anything personally against the Midlands in England. They really Horizon, really. I knew you'd show up eventually, but I didn't know you were coming here to troll. But actually, I should have expected you to come here to troll because that's what you do. But yeah, Florida doesn't exist. The Midlands over in the UK doesn't exist, even though I don't have anything personally against them. But my friend insists on it, and British people can be intense sometimes. So I'm like, okay, fine, fine. The Midlands doesn't exist. I'll give it to you. And most Canadians actually that I've met, even from Ontario, actually are the ones that I got the Ontario doesn't really exist thing from. All right, Argentina. Chubut is this one. Tucumán here. Formosa. Santa Fe. No, that's San Juan. Rio Negro. Chaco. La Rioja. Wait, no, that one should be. Yes, okay. Roy, La Pampa, Salta, Santa Cruz. It's down here. San Luis. Santiago is this one. Buenos Aires. Corrientes. Misiones. Tierra del Fuego. The launching point to Antarctica. Well, at least one portion of Antarctica. Entre Rios. Neuquén. Cordoba. Catamarca. And Mendoza. Right. Wait, what's a shame? Not true. Yeah, no, it's not truly ruled by cats. There is an island. There is a Japanese island that's like the whole island is just a giant cat swarm, and they basically I think if I remember correctly, they basically like that's how they make their money now is that it's a cat lover's paradise island that people pay to go there just to be surrounded by cats all the time. Oruro is here. La Paz is should be that one. Cochabamba, Potosi down here. Oops, no, that's Potosi. Santa Cruz, Beni. This is Bolivia, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Tarija, Chuquisaca, and Pando. Brazil. You have one constant commenter from Brazil. Uh, no idea where specifically from. Actually, I think he's from northern Brazil, but I'm not sure. Mato Grosso do Sul, Minas Gerais, Ceará, Goiás, Rio de Janeiro, Alagoas. No, that's Sergipe. That's Alagoas. Federal District, aka Brasilia, Amazonas, Rio Grande do Norte, Roraima, Santa Catarina, Rondonia, Acre, Piauí, Tocantins, Maranhão, Piauí, Paraíba, Paraná, Espírito Santo, Tocantins, Para, Sao Paulo, Sergipe, Rio Grande do Sul, Mato Grosso, Bahia, Pernambuco, and Maranhão. Oops, and Amapa. Sorry. Watch him turn up and actually be from Amapa, the one state I forgot about. That's probably how that's gonna go. Your boss has 17 cats. I mean, I absolutely love cats. I just the only reason I wouldn't want like so many is because I want them all to have their own personal space. Like at least on an island, there's like a bunch of space they get to like run around and stuff. But if someone's like has them in a house or even if they have like a fenced in like large property, 17 is still a lot for just like one person's property. Chile, okay. Atacama, Araucania, Los Lagos, Rios, Araucania, Antofagasta, Santiago, Arica, Maule. Oops, no. Maule is here. Coquimbo, Magallanes, Aysén, Los Lagos, Nuble, Rios, O'Higgins, Tarapacá, Valparaiso, and Biobío. That's Chile. Guyana, new oil producer, and they're even apart from just exceeding everyone's expectations of how much oil is in their offshore basin, their the pressure gradients in their oil fields are also even higher than expected. They were expecting with their first two fields now producing, they were expecting to be able to hold at about 340,000 barrels a day, but the pressure gradient in the second field is actually so strong that after they adjusted the pipelines to be able to handle it, they're now producing almost 400,000 barrels a day. Damara Masia is that one? Yes. Potaro. Wait, no, that's Potaro. Masia Mahasia Berbis. Pomaroon. Wait, no, that's Pomaroon. The islands. Click on it, please. Thank you. Koyuni. Takutu. Barima. Upper Berbice, and East Berbice. And Venezuela is the one other one that I know. Portuguesa. Oops, no. Okay, so wait, should it be that one then? Yes, okay. Aragua is over here. Merida is. Wait, that's Lara. That's Merida. Takira, Amazonas, Barinas, Zulia. Now, this is Zulia, where the massive Bolivar oil field is somehow not in the region that's known as Bolivar. But what are you gonna do? Monagas over here. Miranda is that one. Nueva Esparta is that island up there. They're uninhabited islands off the coast. Bolivar, Lara, Carabobo, Anzo, Anzo Tegui, Vargas is which one was Vargas? Should be that one. No, Vargas is that one. Sucre or sugar, Falcon, Federal District, Cojedes, Delta, Yaracoy, Apure, and Guarico. All right, done with South America. I'm assuming Europe is next. Yep. All right, what's chat doing? Be shamed? No, I'm not going to be shamed. The only one who should be feeling any shame here is you. Even with all the nonsense Josh did back in our youth, you're still the one that should be feeling shame. Josh even gets a pass. Europe, physical features. The North Sea, which basically all the oil has been found in. So now Norway is moving into the Norwegian Sea, and the UK could go into its northern waters. However, they're kind of lagging on that. The Caucasus Mountains over here. Danube is this river. The Rhine is this river. Strait of Gibraltar is, I have to scroll down for it. Strait of Gibraltar. The Black Sea. The Alps. The Arctic Ocean. I have to scroll up for it. Okay. That should be the end of the scrolling. Get off my screen! Bay of Biscay. Ireland. Volga. Norwegian Sea. Iberian Peninsula. Mediterranean. The Ural Mountains. Great Britain Island. Baltic Sea. Seriously, we're doing this again. Atlantic Ocean. Scandinavian Peninsula. Is that the last thing? No? Oh, yeah. Caspian Sea. Alright, two before I check chat. Austria or Österreich. Burgenland. Kärnten. Salzburg. Oberösterreich. Vorarlberg. Niederösterreich. Vienna. Steiermark. And Tyrol. And Belarus. Minsk. Brest. Hrodna. Minsk the city. Gomel. Mogilev, and Vitebsk. Alright, you guys behaving? What? Uh, no, Clem, you're mistaking. You're mistaking New Zealand. Australia does exist. New Zealand is the one that maps constantly like crop out. And I will admit, to try to make my maps more zoomed in, I have done that a few times, well, more than a few times, and uh, it makes my New Zealand viewers sad. However, you saw that this site also does that, so I'm not the only one. It's not just me doing it. All right, Belgium, Walloon Brabant, East Flanders, Antwerp, Hainaut, Liege, Limburg. Oop, no, that's Luxembourg. Limburg, Flemish Brabant, Bruxelles, Luxembourg, West Flanders, and Namur. Bosnia. Oh, yeah. Bosnia and Herzegovina has Bosnia and Herzegovina, Brako, and Srpska. Then, miss anything? Nope. Czech Republic. Here's one of the upsetting ones, just like with Poland. They put it in English. They put most of the things here in English. Prague. Pardubeki is that one. Jihoseski is that one. Wisteski. Olumaki. Karlovarski. Zlinski. Oops, no, that's Brzezinski. That one's Zlinski. Uh, Marovasleski. Stadosieski. Plzeňski. Libereki. Vysocina. Okay, I forget how to pronounce this one. Karlov Hredsky, I think, and Yihomarovsky. Denmark. Midtjylland. Hovestaden. Sydnmark. Nordjylland. And Sjælland. And we'll do Finland. Before I check chat, that is. Okay. Etela Savo, Pohoi Pohana, Pohoi Karjala, Usima, Pirkana, Keski Pohana, Paharhame, Itela Pohana. No, wait, just that one. Keski Sumi, Kantehame, Satakunta. A click, please. Thank you. Arsina Sumi, Pohoi Savo, Pohana, Avanama, Kimi, Lapi, Itela, Karyala, and Kainu. There we go. All right. Zealand. Okay, there we go. Chat's starting to misbehave, but not in a bad way. Okay, as long as Josh doesn't have to actually like ban anybody or do any work. Zealand. Zealand sequel floods literally. Uh, I mean, for the history, New Zealand, at least I'm assuming it was discovered by the Dutch because Zeeland is a one of the states in the Netherlands. So I'm assuming it was discovered by the Dutch, but eventually it just went to the English because the Dutch decided they didn't want to try managing some forlorn territory at like the very edge of the world, whereas Britain was all like a giga empire at that point. So they were like, sure, we'll take it. France metropolitan, and they got a 1,300-mile long pair of twin islands that eventually were full of sheep. Centre-Val, Normandy, Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes is down there. Pays de la Loire, Occitanie, Corsica, Nouvelle-Aquitaine, Brittany, Ile-de-France, Grande, Haute-de-France, Organ-Franche-Comté, and Provence. There we go. Deutschland. Got to visit Germany twice, along with we went into Switzerland and a tiny bit into France while we were there during the first visit, I think it was. Thuringia, Bavaria. We went into the mountains in Bavaria to the tallest point. Lower Saxony or Niedersachsen, because they decided to put these in English again. Hamburg, Sachsen. No, that's Sachsen. Sachsen-Anhalt, Hessen, Bremen, Berlin, Brandenburg, Baden-Württemberg, Mecklenburg, North Rhine-Westphalia is there, Saarland, Rhineland-Palatinate, and Schleswig-Holstein. And Greece, Hellas, or Hella. You can do with the S or without the S. Epirus, South Aegean, Thessaly, Attica, Central Macedonia, Western Macedonia, Crete, down here, Northern Aegean, Western Greece, Ionian Islands. A click, please. Click. Thank you. Peloponnesos, Central Greece, and Thrace. And to Hungary real quick. But we look at chat again. Misbehaving chat. Right up. Scroll down a little bit more. All right. We're going to refresh this to get that thing on the side off. At least. All right. We're going to try going in again to a different means. There we go. Or no, okay. I'm just gonna scroll down. That's Vas, Zala, Japmarbereg is that one. Bakskiskun, Haju. Oh no, sorry, Haju, Yajnagikun, Bekes, Feher, Borsod, Zapir, Nograd, Komarom, Kizungrad, Vas, Vejprem, Pest, Somagi, Baranya, is that one, Moson Soprom, Tolna, and Eves. And actually, I'll throw in Iceland real quick. And Iceland, they decided to put it all in English once again. So that is Nordland Vestas, Sudanland, I think, Vestfidir, Vestaland, Halshrepur, and uh, Sudonir, I think, uh, Reykjavik, and Osterland. Oh, man, Horizon telling lies. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Or Horizon bragging about his supposed intellectualism. The whole world was supposed to be Dutch 2 or Dutch 2.0. I feel like I'm missing a joke somewhere. But I'm not very socially uh, in the know about that many things. Italy, if I have any viewers from Italia who are here now or end up seeing this at some point, I am sorry. I know you guys have like seen me or at least hear me say that I've memorized all the states and everything of like different countries like super fast at some points. Some I have just been super lazy about. The Netherlands was one of them. It took me months to actually make myself learn like all 8 states of the Netherlands. Whereas I learned like I learned I forget which one like Argentina I think has like 25, and I learned those in like 2 days. The Netherlands I was so lazy about. You guys in Italy, I have been so lazy. It has been 6 months, and I have learned half of your like 18 provinces or something. Norway. Here we go. Nordland, Oslo, Viken, Telemark, Inlandat, Agder, Morhamsdal, Rogaland, Troms. The actual Arctic part of Norway is the part that will join us in the Arctic Confederation. Vestland and Trondelag. Poland, Polska. This one annoys me because the website decided to put it in English. I didn't learn your state names in English for at least most other countries. I learned their actual names. Okay. Kujawsko-Pomorski, Mazowiecki, Podlaski, Dolnoslaski, Podkarpacki, Opolski, Łódzki, Slaski, Lubuski, Wielkopolski, Malopolski, Zachodnio-Pomorski, no, Mazurski, Pomorski, Lubelski, and Sviatokriski. Okay, no, was it federal subjects? That's the one with all of them. Okay, here we go. What the? Oh crap! I forgot. Ugh. All right. Astrakhan. All right. I'm just gonna hope nothing evil comes up. Orenburg. Is that one? Tomsk. Uh, blah blah blah. Is yes, that one. Nope. Nope. That's Tomsk. Oops. Sorry, I forgot the order. Chukotka. We actually for the longest time we had a thing where people from Chukotka would come over to visit Alaska. It actually a number of them did end up staying. Some of them ran the or run the European like candy store because we have a specialized store near Fred West that sells European candy, which is where I got most of my German chocolate from. Kurgan is get off my screen. Kurgan is that one? Yes. Kabardino is the second one. Bashkortostan or Bashkiri. Mari. Uh, okay. Probably wrong. Yep, okay. Mari's the one above. Pskov. Bryansk. Here. Amur. Over here. Chechnya. Oriol. Uh, that one. I do know someone from Oriol. Yamalau. Leningrad. Yakutia. Nenets. Kaliningrad. Here. Ulyanovsk. Blah, blah, blah. Penza. Ulyanovsk. Stavropol. Yaroslavl. I know someone from Yaroslavl also. I don't speak to them that frequently though. Khabarovsk, Sakhalin. Click, please. Thank you. Perm, Tuva, Vladimir over here. Voronezh, Ivanovo, Krasnoyarsk, Smolensk, Irkutsk, Altai. Okay, which one do they put the second title on? I forgot which one this game does. Because it one of them is Altai Cry, one of them's Altai Republic, and one of them they don't specify in the on the quiz. They just call one Altai and then call one with the second title. Oops, no, sorry, I'm down. It's these two, so it's either that one. Nope. Alright, it's the Republic then. Dagestan down here. Vologda, Chelyabinsk, where the meteor had that airburst back in 2013. Sverdlovsk. Where am I? Here, there we go. St. Petersburg again. Tver, Lipetsk, Volgograd, Krasnodar down here, Omsk, Vashia, Udmurtia, Kamchatka, it's the peninsula full of volcanoes. Penza, that's where Puma Messi lives. Moscow, Moscow, Karachay or Karachay, Ryazan is should be that one. Karelia, Primorsky is where my one other friend lives. Specifically, she lives in Vladivostok. Kirov, Kemerovo. Used to know a guy from Kemerovo. Oh no, sorry, not Kemerovo, Khakassia. He lived. I don't know where he is now, but he lived right next to the largest, or I think now it's the second largest. At the time, it was the largest coal mine on the face of the earth. It's like in the shape of a giant V, 2 miles for each line of the V, and about like half a mile or three-quarters of a mile wide. Altai Krai Nizhny is this one. Belgorod, Buryatia, Samara, Jewish Oblast, which ironically doesn't have, well, at least not that many, but basically it doesn't have any Jewish people in it. It does technically, but for being called Jewish Oblast, it has surprisingly few. Arkhangelsk, with the island Novaya Zemlya, Mordovia, Ossetia, Kostroma, Novgorod, Ingushetia, Khanty-Mansi, Tambov, Tatarstan, Kursk, Novosibirsk, Komi, Zabaykalsky, Kalmykia, Magadan, almost done, Tula, Rostov, Tyumen, and Saratov. Okay, finally. Alright, are you behaving, chat? Something display overall Windows function. You know, I'm wondering. I want to try something. Let me try. Is this gonna work? Can I X that off? Okay. This might work. I mean, let me enlarge it because I don't want to be as small as possible. Okay. This might work. This might work. And this will serve as a test. Slovakia. Oops. Ha! Ha! Beat you. Now just get you off my screen. And cringy anime armor guy, I don't care. He can sit down there or whatever. Kosice, Trensen, Zelina, Linux. Okay, get out of here, Horizon. All right, one more thing out of you and you're getting banned. Trnava, Banska, Presov, Nitra, Bratislava. There we go. Spain. All right, Basque, La Rioja, Madrid, Extremadura, Valencia, Cantabria. Wait, no, that one's Cantabria. Murcia, Castilla-La Mancha, Canary Islands down there, Navarre, Andalusia, Asturias, Catalonia, to be independent eventually, Castile Leon, Balearic, Galicia, Aragon. And no, not the Lord of the Rings character, the province of Spain. Or technically, they're called autonomous communities. But what's unkillable? Oh, Linux. Oh, boo, Linux, boo, boo. The only person I even knew who had Linux was this hacker friend back at UAF, and he only had it so he had a completely separate like system that he could just test viruses. The Netherlands. Click, please. Thank you. Okay. Noord-Brabant. Utrecht. No. Zuid-Holland. Flevoland. Limburg. Zeeland. Friesland. Groningen. Drenthe. Overijssel. Gelderland, and Noord-Holland. UK. Here we go. Northwest. East Midlands doesn't exist. Southeast, East of England, Northeast. Wait, yeah, that's Northeast. Yorkshire and Humber, Scotland, West Midlands doesn't exist. Half of my ancestry is from Scotland. Basically, my mom and dad's sides, because a lot of the times, like when immigrants first came to the U.S., especially in the early 1900s or late 1800s, they would only let their children marry like the children of other immigrants from the same place, and so that happened for a few generations, to the point that my mother's ancestry is pure German and my dad's ancestry is pure Scottish. So I'm 50-50 split in ancestry between Deutschland and Scotland. Greater London, Northern Ireland, Wales, Southwest, Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is in a precarious, well, not a precarious position. It's an interesting position, because like in terms of people wise, like they want to a lot of them want to reunite with Ireland, and a lot of people in the UK kind of don't want Northern Ireland anymore. And the UK government also doesn't want Northern Ireland anymore because it's like a financial black hole that they have to keep paying for. However, the government of Ireland itself also doesn't want Northern Ireland because it's a financial black hole that they would have to pay for. Ukraina, or Ukraina, sorry. Okay. Tonopil is here. Donetsk, Khmelnytsky, Luhansk, Kirovohrad is that one. Chernihiv, Vinitska, sorry. Poltava, Dnipropetrovsk. That's the little tiny down there. Okay. Lviv, Ivano-Frankivsk, Kiev, Zaporizhia, Kharkiv, there. Oh, I mixed it up with Sumy last time. Odessa, Chernivtsi, Mykolaiv, Crimea, Okay, which one's Rivne? Which one's Volyn? Uh, I think the middle one is Rivne. Yes, okay. Zakarpattia. Uh, in long time ago, it used to be part of Hungary, and Orban is a simp for Putin, and he was kind of betting on Russia to bowl Ukraine over, which failed because he was hoping that Putin would then give him Zakarpattia, but that's kind of backfired on him now. Sumy, Zitomir, Cherkasy, Volyn, Kiev Oblast, and Kherson. Okay, that is all of, well, not all of Europe. That's all of Europe that I know. As a lot of the remaining nations in Europe, especially the smaller ones like Croatia and Albania, are a bit problematic because despite being so small, a lot of them have like 40 states or 40 provinces. This is ridiculous. Okay, uh, Kalahari Desert. Get off my screen, cringe anime guy. Your time there is done. Kalahari Desert, Lake Malawi, the Nile, Zambezi River, Kilimanjaro, Namib Desert, Lake Tanganyika, Sahara Desert, Cape of Good Hope is a very poor name for it. There is nothing good and hopeful about that cape. The Atlas Mountains, Lake Victoria, literally has some of like the most horrendous ocean conditions on Earth. Mount Kenya, the Horn of Africa, Mozambique Channel, Mediterranean Sea way up there, Madagascar, Indian Ocean, Strait of Gibraltar, have to scroll up, and the Atlantic Ocean. Oops, forgot the Niger River. And the Red Sea. Wait, what do I? Oh, yeah, Congo River. And the Suez Canal. Okay. Angola. Well, which 18th century? Remember, a lot of people, a lot of people like mistakenly, they just see the number like 18 or whatever the number century you're referring to, and assume that it's like the starting, the starting number. Like when you say 18th century, a lot of people think 1800s, even though 18th century was actually the 1700s. So make sure, uh, make sure everyone's like in on which one you mean. Cabinda, Angol. We're doing Angola, by the way. Cuando, Cubango, Cuambo, Bengo, Lundo Norte, Uige, Malanje, Namibe, Bie, Huila, Lunda Sul, Benguela, Kunene, Zaire, Kwanza Norte, Luanda, Kwanza Sul, and Mohico. Botswana was a little irritating at first because they're one of the ones that has like a bunch of their random towns as states also. Central Soa Town is which one is it? I think, is it this one? Yes, okay. Kagalagadi, Salibe, Fikwe, Northeast, Obe, Quenen, Southeast, Lobatse, Ganzi, Amiland, Orapa. That's where the largest diamond mine on the face of the earth is. Gaborone. Basically, I think, uh, at least the numbers were from like the late 2010s, though. I think it's between like a third and half of Botswana's money comes from that diamond mine. Uh, Juanen, Francistown, Kagatlan, and Southern. All right. Moving down. So only have the municipalities there. Chad, Congo, Egypt. Mizrim is their actual name. All right. Kalubia, South Sinai, Sharkia, Kafra Sheikh is that one. Yes. Dumyatia, Inufia, Asiut, Suaj, Ismailia, Red Sea, North Sinai, Al Wadi, Dakalia, Kina, Giza, Alexandria, Beni Suef, Aswan, Garbia, Port Said, Minya, Luxor, Fayum, Suez, Marsamartu, Ahira, and Cairo. Oh, look, Horizon is cringe trolling. Is Josh still there, by the way? Just want to make sure you're alive, Josh. Just in case someone comes in and like starts actually cringe trolling. I'm not referring to Horizon, but I've had people come in on the channel and say interesting things, That like it was obvious that they were just cringe trolling, and so I've decided that that's something I'm going to actually consider ban worthy because I really just don't want to put up with it. I'm not referring to Horizon though. Horizon's just being himself. Eritrea, rated the fourth least free country on Earth, one of the most oppressive places to live, unless you're in the ruling aristocracy, of course. Northern Red Sea, Gashbarka, Anseba, Central, Southern, and Southern Red Sea. Oh, yeah, Horizon likes to dress up in like old timey composer clothes, like 1800s like musician clothes. He has an ascot and everything that he wears. Eritrea. Oh, Equatorial Guinea. I forgot. Okay. Oh, crap, I forgot which one's which. Well, Nazas. It's either that one or that one. Oh, I was right the first time. Enabon, Kienatem, Bioko Sur, Bioko Norte, Diobolo, Orblo, Litoral, and Centro Sur. I don't know why they specify it as Centro Sur when there's no Centro Norte. There's just the one. So I don't know why they just call it Centro. I guess they just want to be difficult. That's my general theory with like a lot of these is that when they formed the country, however many decades, a century ago, they foresaw in the future and knew that I was going to be on this mega geography knowledge quest and decided to like try to make things as difficult as possible, except for the ones that try to make it as easy as possible. Like Malawi only has three states, and they're called the Northern State, Central State, and the Southern State. Ethiopia is now in a four-way civil war. Tigray is breaking off. Um, Amara is going to start breaking off. Afar is waiting. They're buying their time and letting the others kind of weaken the government forces first. And the people in Oromia have kind of gone like supremacist. They've developed a supremacist mindset against the other ethnic groups. So that's only kind of furthered the separatism when the main ethnic group decides they want to exterminate the others. And also, Somali over here, the Somali people in this region don't really care. They don't like want to rejoin Somalia because who does? But they do. Uh, sorry, the Al Shabaab groups, which is a terror group in the Horn of Africa. Al Shabaab is here, and they do want to break away and kind of like ISIS form their own radical Islamist caliphate. Oromia, Tigray, Southwest, SNMP, Amara, Gambela, Sidama, Dairadawa is. Oh, wait. I think it's that. Okay. Somali, Afar, Addis Ababa, Harare, and Benishangul. Ugh. Just my sitting position. Arm was starting to die on me. Ghana. Okay, Ghana named a lot of theirs really similarly to each other, so it's easy to confuse things. Volta, Ashanti, the Upper East, Eastern, Savannah, Oti, Bono, Ra, the Upper West, Central, no, that's Central, Western, Northern, Western North, and they call that one Northwestern, Ahafo, no, oh no, Northeast, sorry, and Bono East. All right, almost done with the first row, I think. What do we have that I know at least? Madagascar and Malawi. Malawi being the easiest quiz in this whole one. Okay, I might have forgotten a few from Madagascar. Okay, Madagascar. Hote is that one. Sophia is that one. Mangoro, Menabe, Vakina Karata should be that one. Amaroni, Analamanga is that one. Android. Oops, no, that's a Nosi. That's Android. That's a Nosi. Horambe, Itasi, Betsy Boka, Boni, Bongalava, Atsi Nanama, Andorafena, Melarki, Diana, Atsinanana, Vatovavi, Anala Jifaro, and Saba. Alright, and time for the easiest quiz ever. Malawi. Oops, nope. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Malawi. We're looking for the highest government level one, which divides Malawi into 3 portions: Southern, Central, and Northern. Mali is probably going to split in half in the next, like, 10 to 20 years or so, uh, because the north constantly keeps getting overrun with radical Islamists, and uh, sorry, but the government of Mali keeps, like, basically hiring different more powerful nations to come in and, like, wipe the north clean for them. And every time the radical Islamists just come and take it back over, like, a few years later. So it's essentially a lost cause, and they're kind of on the verge of just wanting to give it up at this point. Like, if they they're basically saying, if they really want a, like, this is actually an empty desert, like, not even the joke kind, but it's actually an empty desert. There's not even, like, viable resources there. If they want an empty desert that badly, they're essentially just saying, okay, fine, just have it. Gao, that one. Sikasso, Timbuktu, Segu. Oops, no, that's Mopti. That's Segu. Kidal, Menaka, Case, Todanit, Kurikoro, and Mopti. No, but Stalin, Mao, and the German guy. What about Stalin, Mao, and the German guy? I wasn't actually saying anything about them. Uh, I mean, I was saying a lot of things, but uh, I've probably forgotten half of whatever I was saying when your headphones died, so I can't exactly go back now. Namibia, my favorite country in Africa. Irango, Ohangwena is, ooh, I should be that one. No, wait, I think it's that one. No, it is that one. Yes. Hardap, Omusati, Omaheke, Kavango East, Odz, Odzozon Jumpa, Oshikoto. Oops, no. Oshikoto, that's Oshana. Kavango West, Kunene, Zambezi, Karas. That's Karas. That's Komas. I haven't run myself over Namibia in a while, so I started to forget some of them. Niger. All right. Tilaberi. Get off my screen. No one cares. Tahua, Difa, Agadez, Zinder, Maradi, capital Niamey, and Dosso. Now Nigeria. Oh, coming from you, really? No. I would be fascinated to see you just come in and ace all of these with your supposed superior intellectualism. Abuha, Yobe, Edo, Ondo, then Edo. Oop, no, that is Ondo. Okay, so that's Edo. Kogi, Cross River, Abia, no, Imo, that's Abia. Delta, that's rivers, that's Delta. Mawa, Ekiti, Oyo, Kwara, Oyo, Kaduna, Plateau, Kaduna, Rivers, Kano, Anambra, Gombe, Taraba. What what is with you guys? It's not just you. It's literally like so many people, even from countries that only have like 10 states, have told me in chat sometimes like I don't even remember like all of our states. Like, dude, it's acceptable if you have like 50 plus, but come on, if you only have 10 states and you don't remember all of them, I am gonna hold that over you a little bit. Ebom, so you're fine because 80 plus is a lot, but I'm speaking to like some of like the Dutch guys and stuff. Bauchi, I know they're probably just lazy like Horizon is. Sokoto, Imo, Ebony, Jigawa. Horizon would honestly forget his own name if he was if people didn't like use it on him enough. Enugu, Kebi, Katsina. No, that's Katsina. Borno is constantly being overrun by Boko Haram. So we just not yet. We're giving Nigeria a few Apache attack helicopters to so they finally have something other than just infantry and jeeps to try to deal with Boko Haram with. Zamfara, Ogun, Nasarawa. Oop, no, that's Benue. That's Nasarawa. Lagos, Bayelsa, Plateau, Kwara, Niger, Benue, Ondo, and Osun. Okay, Nigeria, Congo, Sao Tome, Senegal, South Africa. There we go. Oh well, I mean that definitely would explain it. Gauteng, Northwest, Western Cape, Mpumalanga, KwaZulu Natal, Northern Cape, Limpopo, Free State, and Eastern Cape. South Africa made things easy for me. They they foresaw my existence like 60 or 70 years ago and decided they were only going to have 9 states and they were gonna make things easy when I inevitably started doing these. Tanzania, arguably my second favorite country in Africa, though honestly I consider Tanzania and Namibia to be tied. Dodoma, Morogoro, Kagera, South Zanzibar, Tanga, Dar es Salaam, Katavi, Kilimanjaro, Pwani, Eta, Singida, Mara, Shinyanga, Iringa, Ruvuma, Njombe, Manyara, Simiu, Tabora, Kigoma, Mwanza, South Pemba Island, Lindi, Mtwara, North Zanzibar, West Zanzibar, Rukwa is there, Mbeya, Arusha, Songwe, and North Pemba. Yes. Manitoba, uh, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba both have a lot of uranium in the north. Saskatchewan also, however, Manitoba does not have the geothermal upwellings that Saskatchewan does, and Saskatchewan also down at the southern end has the world's largest uh, deposits of potash or potash, aka potassium salt that we use as one of the three primary fertilizers. Is all down in the southern portion of Saskatchewan. Some of which of the deposit extends down across the border into North Dakota, but not a lot is mined in North Dakota because the the deposits in Saskatchewan are closer to the surface and they're more like concentrated, so it's just more economical to mine those. Togo. Okay. Centre, Plateau. No, that's Plateau. Kara, Savanas, and Maritime or Maritime. Well, yeah, it's all just maple syrup and Canadians, so and beavers. Zambia, the only as those who saw my food production video recently, the only country in Africa that has like a surplus food production capability. Northwestern, Northern, Lusaka, Muchinga, Copperbelt. You'll never guess why it's called Copperbelt. It's because there's a lot of copper mines there. Southern, Luapula, Central, Eastern, and Western. And last African nation that I know, at least, Zimbabwe. Okay, Matabeleland South, Mashonaland East, Mashonaland Central, Mashonaland West, Matabeleland North, Masvingo, Midlands, Manisaland, Bulawayo. No, wait. Yes, that one's Bulawayo. That one's Harare. Okay, time to move on to Asia, I think. I'm assuming Asia's next. That's how they ordered them. Yep. All right, Asia physical features. The Mekong River, just like it doesn't show the Brahmaputra River here, but just like the Brahmaputra, China is well, not secretly because everyone has satellites, everyone can see them doing it. Damming the Mekong River, Yangtze, the Arabian Sea, or no, that's the Arabian Sea. That's the Persian Gulf. Volga, Caspian Sea, Sea of Japan. As I've said before, China has constructed and is constructing even more dams along the Brahmaputra River, which India is going to eventually want to try to divert water from over to the rest of the country because they're depleting their aquifers really fast, and so that would require the Brahmaputra to still have enough water for them to use, and it's not going to. Island of Sumatra down here, because China is going to start switching on all those dams and diverting the water through their own projects up to the north because they're depleting all of their aquifers. Because there's a lesson here about having like 1.5 billion people in one country. It doesn't work. Um, and so basically, India is going to at some point once China does that want to those dams to re-free up the river for themselves, and that's going to cause basically an air war between China and India because they don't really have viable options to fight any other way. So over that region is going to be kind of like the Blitz or the Battle of Britain back in the 1940s. It's just going to be Indian and China basically expending at least portions of their air force on each other. China, well, actually, no, 'cause China needs the water too. So actually, they honestly would probably each be willing to sacrifice at least huge chunks of their air forces over it. Okay, Bering Sea. Although it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. India has more older aircraft that I would consider viable combat aircraft. They have about 400. China, in terms of viable combat aircraft, they have about 1,600 now, whereas Russia, at least formerly, had about 1,300. Now they're down somewhere between 1,200 and 1,250. And the US is around 2,400 or 2,500. Indian Ocean, I have to actually scroll down to be able to click on it. Excuse me. Indian Ocean, Persian Gulf, where all the oil is, because oil especially forms in low-lying basins that are usually they're connected to the ocean at least by an opening, but it's enough that stuff can deadpool really easily, and when there's like sun blockage and mass die-offs of plankton and algae, they fall down and can easily get buried very quickly, and so that ends up forming oil deposits. And so the Persian Gulf, if you look at a topographic map of that area of Arabia, the Persian Gulf is the perfect example of that kind of formation, which is why it's where most of the world's oil has been found. With the exceptions of unique formations like the tar sands or like the Orinoco Belt, although the Orinoco Belt in Venezuela was also kind of is also kind of semi like a boxed in bowl with mountains as well. The Lena River, Indus River, Yellow River, Pacific, Arabian Peninsula, Amur, Ob River, Siberia, Lake Baikal, where there's supposedly a bunch of aliens apparently, Ural Mountains, Bay of Bengal, Himalayas, Kamchatka Peninsula, Ganges, Bering Strait, Borneo, and oh, well, I thought they would actually have more stuff. I mean, Asia does have more stuff, but I thought the test would actually include more stuff. Okay, we'll start with everybody's most favorite fun place, Afghanistan. All right, Parawan Province, uh, Ghazni, Helmand, Kapisa. That's Kabul, so that's Kapisa. Uruzgan, Lagman, uh, and that should be Lagman. Balk should be that one. Farah, Herat, Kost, Kunduz, Bamyan. This should be that one. Yes. Okay. Kabul, Badakhshan, Panjshir, Baglan. Wait, that should be Baglan. Yes. Although, although good news actually did come out after a year has. Well, it wasn't. It was a few months ago is when it started. Apparently, the Afghanis themselves have actually now formed like resistance groups and have started fighting to overthrow the Taliban themselves, and they have actually been really successful in several provinces. The Taliban are of course denying it, but the satellite imagery and the spying drones that we aren't supposedly still flying over the place have seen the Taliban getting driven out from numerous valleys one after another. Logar, Kandahar, Paktika. Oops, no, that's Paktika. Zhaojian, Paktia is that one. Akar, Dekundi, Zabul, Nangashar or Nangahar, Nuristan, Gor, Kunar, Badgis, Wardak, Samangan, Faryab, Sarapul, and Nimruz. Armenia. Oh, darn! I haven't done Armenia. I haven't refreshed on Armenia in a while. I might forget. Okay. Ararat, Yerevan, Tavush, Siunik, Gegarkunik, Lori, Kotyak, Shirak, Vayots, Aragatsot, and Armavir. Okay, actually did it. Uh, oh yeah, I forgot. I do know Bahrain, or at least I should know Bahrain. My dad was there for a while when he was working for a PMC, private military corporation. Manama, the capital, southern Muharak. That's the harbor zone where we have a lot of warships docked there. I believe it's the fifth fleet, fifth carrier strike group. Northern. I don't know Bhutan. I do know Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Okay. Mimen Singh, Rajshahi, Dhaka, Chittagong, Rainpur, Sylhet, Barisal, and Khulna. Oh, we have the first ever Norwegian who revealed themselves to be Norwegian is here. Brunei is a tiny little sultanate. Basically, it's a very small. It's not a micronation, but it is not. It's not a large nation. It's like a few dozen miles across, I think. Muara, Belet, Temburon, and Tuton. That's basically this little enclave in the middle of Malaysia that's ruled over by a self-appointed sultan. Provinces of China. Jiangsu is this one. Tibet, independent country. No, these ones. Okay. Hainan and No, Hunan, Hubei. Nope. Okay. Other way around. Uh, oh, yeah, I forgot you guys were talking about the Matrix earlier. Heilongjiang, Ningxia, and I'm not just even stating preferences with Tibet. Like, Tibet literally was actually a regular country up until I think 1970 something. And like Western Sahara, it's just been under Chinese occupation for the last 50 years. Hebei, Fujian, from which China will launch its attempted invasion to Taiwan. Chongqing is the rivers are dry in Chongqing. Jilin, Sichuan, the rivers are dry in Sichuan as well. So I don't I know I tell you guys often enough like what is made in what country, but I can't tell you like where each individual factory is. But huge numbers of factories down in this portion of China have had to shut down because there's no water, like literally. So they have nothing to run with, and so you might start seeing like absences of some stuff. I just can't say what. I know most like plastic items they make are made in Tianjin or Shenzhen. You might start seeing an absence of those as well because Shenzhen has been shut down under a giga super home imprisonment lockdown for the next 2 months. Shandong. Liaoning, because the joke has been for the most part that uh, Putin's like someone who can't let their ex go, and their ex is Ukraine. Xi Jinping is even weirder. His ex that he can't let go is COVID. Like he thinks if he locks down hard enough, COVID will come back to him. Shanxi, Tianjin, Anhui, Guangdong, Xinjiang or East Turkestan, Beijing, Hainan Island. It's a giant tourist resort. Basically, get off my screen. This day in history, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't care about you telling me. Yunnan, Hainan, Zhejiang, Inner Mongolia. Right here is where like uh, half of the world's rare earth metals come from. It is that dependency is thankfully dropping quickly as Vietnam has expanded their mining operations, and Australia as well, and Namibia is about to start up. Guizhou, Shanghai, Shanxi, Jiangxi. Ooh, the first ever super chat. $3 from Nebraska. Who says some bird with a big thumbs up, I guess. Thank you, Nebraska. I'm gonna I'm gonna be brave and assume that you are the actual state of Nebraska itself. The literal wheat fields have given me money. Hunan, Macau is down here. Gansu, Qinghai, and Hong Kong city state there, and Guangxi. 97 because I messed up. Okay, where are we? India. India is one of the ones that was messing me up last time because they have secret states. They have like three secret states that don't appear on their maps, like the maps that you can look up and stuff, or at least all the ones that I found whenever I looked up maps of India. So I don't know what they're up to with their secret states. I'm assuming it's just to trip me up. Nagaland, West Bengal, Delhi, Mizoram, Tripura, Mizoram, Jammu Kashmir, Karnataka, Sikkim, Nicobar Islands, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. Oops, no, that's Bihar. That's Jharkhand. Chandigarh is this city here. Punjab, Ladakh Swip, Ladakh, Manipur, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Pradesh, Telangana. Oh, that's Telangana. Gujarat, Meghalaya, Assam, Odisha, Bihar, Puducherry. This was one of the secret states. Is three cities, hundreds of miles apart from each other, that are all this one weird combined state. And these cities too, that I'm not even gonna try naming. Apparently, they're a state because reasons. Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, the big open plains where India and Pakistan have their big tank battles with each other. Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. Okay, Indonesia, like I said, I they don't have a quiz for the islands. Oh, okay, I can return this to normal since it wasn't helpful in blocking the stuff. So the best I can give you is showing you a map of the Indonesian islands, and I will name them for you, and then show you the map that actually shows the names so that you can see that I was correct. Okay, the big one here is Sumatra. This one here is Bangka. This one is Baitun. Bangka there is where, like, the not the overwhelming majority, but the majority of the world's tin is mined on this one island. This is Borneo. This is Sulawesi. This is Java. When you look at Indonesia and see 270 million people, you think they're spread out across this. Not really. They're basically just in Java. Bali, Lombok, uh, Sumbawa, Sumba, Flores, Timor, the Banda Islands is this grouping, and then Papua. And then we switch over here, and well, at least for the ones that are included on this one, you can see that I was correct. So, oh, we have another one. Nebraska because. Oh, you're just naming yourself. Wait, is it just naming you by the start of the sentence? Because love all your content, keep up the amazing work. Corn, not wheat. Really? Wait, is it? Iowa's supposed to be the corn. Okay. But do I look like a communist to you? No, I need to eat. Okay. Oops. I axed off the site. Okay, let's get back. Seterra, you live in Canada. You have socialism. You can get money from your government. Asia. Although wait, no, they only give you like money if you agree with them on everything, don't they? I forgot. Or at least probably I would assume. Iran provinces. I don't know about sports teams, so I wouldn't know. Iran, like I said earlier, they finally decided that they've had enough. That one woman getting like beat to death in a police van was the final straw that the Iranian regime was not expecting. And instead of like in 2007 when they mass protested last time, they were just protesting and then a bunch of them got shot. Now they've decided they're not going to do that again, and they overran the security forces again and again, and have been like tipping over their vehicles and everything. Balochistan, Bushehr, Kazvin, Lorestan, CMB, Qom, just south of Tehran, Markazi. Yes, Markazi is first. Alborz, Khuzestan is basically where all of Iran's oil is, except for their natural gas is offshore of Bushehr. It's split between them and Qatar, the peninsula nation, Elam, because underneath the Persian Gulf, between the two of them, is the Pars gas field, which when it was first discovered, it's lesser now because obviously they've been producing from it. KBA, it had 1.1 quadrillion cubic feet of gas in it, and it's so the actual deposit itself is so large it stretches from just shore of Bushehr to under like parts of the Qatar Peninsula. Semnan, Kurdistan, Yazd, uh, wait, no, that's Yazd. That's Esfahan. Ardabil, Kerman, Khorasan. That's South Khorasan. Razavi Khorasan. Kermanshah. Fars. Oops, no, Esfahan. That's Fars. Tehran. Zanjan. Uh, North Khorasan. Mazandaran. No, that's Golestan. That's Mazandaran. Hamadan. Esfahan. Hormuz. Gilan. West Azeri, East Azeri, and Golestan. Okay, we have, and I just finished Iraq. a few weeks ago, although I haven't quizzed myself on it, so I'm probably gonna mess some stuff up. Karbala, Anbar, Najaf, Saladin, Kirkuk, Halabja, Dikar, Babil, Baghdad, Basra, Duhok, my son. Let's see. That should be my son. Basit, Nineveh, Sulamania, Al Qadisiyah, Muthana, Diyala, and Erbil. Oh, wow. It's really weird. The ones I actually think I'm going to mess up are the ones that I don't. Interesting. I already did Norway. I'll do it again just for you. Okay, how about that? Jerusalem, Southern District, Judea and Samaria or Palestine, Tel Aviv, Haifa, Central District, and Northern District. Okay, Japan regions. They don't have one for the islands, so but some of the regions are the islands. Uh, the big one is Honshu. This one is Hokkaido. This one is Shikoku. This one is Kyushu. Uh, the Okinawa chain is down here. The really long one is Okinawa itself. And I also know that this little one here is Sado, and this one in between Shukoku and Honshu is Owaji. All right, the most famous Kanto region, the Tohoku region, Chugoku. What does the scouter say about its power level? Okinawa, Chubu, Shikoku, Kyushu, Inki, and Hokkaido. All right, next, Kazakhstan, aka uranium. Right. What the? What are you doing? What are you doing? Where's my quiz? There it is. Get off my screen. South Kazakhstan, Karaganda, West Kazakhstan, Kizlorda, North, Aktobe is no wait, it's that one. Pavlodar, Akmola, East, Yaru, Kostane, Almaty, Magnistau, and Zambil. Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Nahrin, Batken, Osh is up here. Oh no, that's Bishkek. That's Osh. Jalalabad, Choi. No, the wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Choi, Bishkek, Isikul, Talas, and Osh. Sorry, Kyrgyzstan, Lebanon, Malaysia. As I said earlier, Malaysia makes the best headphones. Uh, Perlis, Perak, Sarawak, Kelantan, Kedah, Melaka, Pahan, Sabah, Negiri is right. That's Selangor. Selangor. That should be Negiri then. Johor, Pulau. No, that's Penang. Selangor, Putrajaya, Terengganu, Kuala Lumpur, the capital, and Labuan. All right, is chat behaving? What are you guys doing? They'll never be able to extract half of that gas. Uh, blah blah. Norway, high school, anime lands. Which, oh no, Horizon's getting edgy. Don't get too edgy, Horizon. Okay, Mongolia, which I'd have to settle on Mongolia as my favorite nation in Asia. Dornod, Selenge, Orkon, I think is that one. Yeah, Kovd, Guvisumber, is that one. Kovsgal is up here. Oh no, Kovsgal's there. Dornogovi. Right, I always mess them up. Nope, that's Dungovi. That's Dornogovi. Tov. Oh, Oovs? Tov? Oh no, that's Tov. Oovs. Zavkan. Ulaanbaatar. Bayan. Ulgi. Arkangai. Kenti. 3D maneuver gear. Oh no. Darkan Ul. Is that one? Govi Altai. Uh, wait. That one. Sukbatar. Bulgan. Ovorkangai. Bayan Kongor. Omnigovi. And Dungovi. Alright, that's it for that one. So we come back up to the top. Myanmar is in a also in a five-sided civil war. Um, I mean, there's no just rebel side to cheer on, so it's kind of difficult. For the moment, the sides that are against the the military junta regime are working together. Um, then if they do overthrow the government, the country's basically going to split apart because the British. This was never like a solid area. Magwe. The British. This was never a solid area. It was made of like four different sort of little kingdoms, and when the British came in, they kind of just drew the big line around it and said, "Boom, big country." Kachin, Tenyin, Thari. But the rebels have actually all the different groups have actually been pushing the government back. The at least the deeper jungle areas, especially, they forced the government out of. And despite Myanmar supposedly, they supposedly have 30 like Su 34 or no Su 35 or something combat aircraft. However, they never use them because they're broke and they've never been able to afford to actually maintain them. Sagan, Mon, Mandalay, Kayin, or Kaya, Kayin, Ayayawardi, Kaya, Chin. Wait, no, that's Chin. That's Shan, Bago, Rangon, and Rakhine. Nepal. Nepal is interesting. They literally have two provinces in the east that they just named Province 1 and Province 2. Karnali, get off my screen. Bagamati, Province 2. Lumbini, Sudor Pashkim, Gandaki, and Province 1. North Korea. Pakistan has been devastated by flooding recently. Islamabad. So actually, you guys may notice a shortage of soccer balls and scissors because half the world's soccer balls are made in Pakistan, and half the world's, at least half of the scissors are also made in Pakistan. Khyber, they got a weird monopoly on scissors. I don't know how it came about, but it was one of the things they went for. Gilgit, Balochistan, Kashmir, Punjab, and Sindh. The Philippine Islands. Okay. Negros. Min. Off my screen. Mindanao. Mindoro. Masbate. Bohol. Wait, that's Cebu. That's Bohol. Panay is that one. Palawan. Similar to how I said that Jamaica, the island of Jamaica, is just a giant mound of aluminum ore. Palawan is that island is literally just a giant mound of coal in the middle of the Pacific. And down to the south of it, the French island of New Caledonia is literally just a giant mound of nickel ore. Samar, Leyte, Luzon, and Cebu. Okay, we already did Russia, so Saudi Arabia. Such a free and non-oppressive country, especially for women. Tabuk, Jauf, Northern Asir, Eastern Province, Riyadh, Baha, Hail, Makkah, Jizan, Qasim, Najran, and Medina. The Singapore districts, they made things very easy. Southeast, Northeast, Southwest, Northwest, Central Singapore. Thank you, Singapore. That was a very difficult quiz. South Korea, the resort island of Jeju. Okay, Gyeongsan, Gyeongsan-nam, Gyeonggi, Gyeongsangbuk, Ulsan, Busan, Jeollabuk, Ganhwan, Incheon, the massive harbor, Daejeon, uh, Daegu, I think that should be Daejeon, Gwangju, Daegu, Seoul, Cheonggyeongbuk, Sejong, Cheonggyeonnam, and Jeollanam. All right. Build a normal city. When I saw Neom, oh yeah, that ridiculous nonsense. After so for anyone who doesn't know, for anybody who doesn't know, uh, you know how the Arab nations, the rich ones at least, constantly compete in like building more and more ridiculous skyscrapers, while most of their like working class citizens live in like despondent poverty. Well, whoa, 50 Norwegian kronas. I don't know what the exchange rate for that is, but for doing your homework and being a good boy, what? Hashtag abolish homework, actually. But thank you, Agent Smith. I think that is, well, at least on YouTube, that's the largest direct donation I've ever had. The I've only had higher ones on PayPal. Syria, Taiwan, Tajikistan. But oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, uh, the Arab nations, the rich Gulf nations, Catalan, are constantly uh, that's not, is that Dushanbe? That's Sugd. What's the Gorno Barakchan? Okay, it is Dushanbe. Uh, they're always like spending all of their money instead of like on their people. They spend it on building like skyscrapers and stuff. And so uh, Saudi Arabia has decided they are going to blow unimaginable amounts of money on making a 500-foot tall skyscraper that is also 75 miles long, stretching across the desert. to to show that they have money. Basically, that's the only reason you would do something like that. While again, most of Saudi citizens live in despondent poverty. So I'm really wondering how much they're going to tolerate from the Al Saud royals before they start thinking it's at least a bit too much. Lababskaya, Dashkovskaya, Balkanskaya, Akalskaya, Mariskaya. The UAE. Oh yeah, they already tried to build like a kilometer tall skyscraper, and they stopped like half a kilometer up because they kept having like corruption problems in both the Saudi government, to no surprise, and even the companies that they kept hiring to build it. So they everything kept getting messed up, and also they were starting to get pressure from the outside world because they were getting construction workers killed left and right. Like I think their highest number in like one go was like six guys died in like a short span of time falling off of the thing because Saudi Arabia imports workers from like Bangladesh and Pakistan and does not care about their safety whatsoever. Sharjah, we're in the UAE, Al Quwain, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi, and Ajman. Oh yeah, I forgot Turkey. Turkey is another ridiculous one. You're not that big. You have no justification having 81 provinces. Okay, this is gonna be long. Karabuk, think. Yes, okay. Kars is up here. Uh, Gumusahane is that one. Aksare is here. Yes. Bursa is, I think it's that one. Yes, okay. Osmanie Nevsehir. Is that blah blah? That's that. Konya. Girsun. Oh man, which one's Girsun? Samsun. That's Girsun? No, that's Urdu, so that's Girsun. Mugla. Is that one? No, that's Aden, so that has to be Mugla. Okay, thank you. Moose. Wait, which one's Moose? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I've fallen out of line. Which one's Moose? Which one's Moose? Uh it's not those. That's Bengal. Ooh, wait. Was it one in the middle? I think it was one in the middle. No, that's Tunisia. Okay, Moose. Where's Moose? Oh no. Uh I've lost it. I've already screwed it up. Uh Moose. Uh, that's like Zonjan. That's like a Siri or something. Moose. Which one's Moose? Moose. 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 Where are you? Um. Darn. Okay, I do not remember which one Moose is. It's like no, that's Kenkiri. Okay. I'm just gonna pick another wrong one because then it's gonna tell me. So it's not that I know. Okay, that one's Moose. Okay. Sirt is that one. Kayseri should be that one. Beiburt is that one. Eskisehir, Agri, Antalya is a famous vacation spot in the Mediterranean. Bengal, Edime, Khate, Bordur. Uh, Not that one. At least it shouldn't be. Should be that one. Kilis, Ardahan, Kanakale, space here. Wait, was that one? I don't think so. I think it was no. Kanakale is This one, yes. Okay, Koseli. Diyarbakir. There, yes. Manisa. Manisa. Where was Manisa? Spotty. Come on. Spotty. That's Manisa? No, that's Adana. That's Nigde. Where was Manisa? Oh, no. Spotty. This one? No, that's Mardin. Oh no. Which one was Manisa? Which one was no, wait, Manisa's over here. Is that one? Yes. Kastamonu, Adana, Igdir, Gaziantep, Yozgat, Bolu, Kirkale, Amasya is one of these. Was it the one furthest over? No. Then it is the middle? Yes. Tokat, Samson, Elazig, Trasbon, Tunesali, or Tunseli, Rize, Batman. Yes, they have a province named Batman. Hakkari, Bilsalik, Ankara, Sanlurfa, Zopva, Zonguldak is oh wait, was it that one or the other one? Nope, that's Tuesdays. It's one of these two. It's one of these two. Nope. Okay, it's that one. Korum, Ezurum, Kutahia, G. Oh man, no, that's Afion, so that should be Kutahia. Smak, Beatlis, Kirsehir, Malataya, Kankiri, Mardin. Oh, wait, where was Mardin? Where was Mardin? Oh, no. Mardin? Yes. Karaman. It's this one. Kirkaleri, Sakaria, Nigde, Duje, Mersin, Bartin, Sahir is that one. Izmir, Usak, Adiyaman. Oh, man, where's Adiyaman? Oh, it's not. No, it's not that one. It's that one. Denizli, Aden, Isparta, Yalova. No, that's Istanbul. That's Yalova. Afyon, Erzincan, Van, Istanbul, Ordu, Artvin, Sinop. Hey, click on the correct one, please. Tirk, Tekedag, Sivas, and Karha Ramanama Ramara. Okay. Well, the problem child of Asia is out of the way then. And the last one I know all the provinces or states of is Uzbekistan. Andian, Kashkadario, Sorksandario, Jizax is the first one, yes. Fergana, Karakalpakstan, Samarkand, Tashkent, Namangan, Zorazm, Bukhara, Sudario, and Navoi. All right, we are getting through it. We should only have Oceania left. Okay, here we go. Australia, states and territories. There we go. Australia, Western Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania. Get off my screen. South Australia, Queensland, Northern Territory, and Canberra. New Zealand. All right. Manawatu, Marlborough, Hawke's Bay, Canterbury, Nelson, West Coast, Gisborne, Northland, Wellington, Waikato, Auckland, Otago, Bay of Plenty, Taranaki, Chatham Islands, where like 80 people live, Tasman, and Southland. Okay, which one's Vanuatu? I know Vanuatu. Okay, get off my screen. Tafea. Tafea should be this one. No, that's Shifa, so that's Tafea. Torba. Go up. The Torba Island group is there. Uh, Panama is there. Shifa is there. Click, please. Melampa is there. No, that's Sanma, so that's Melampa. That's Sanma. Oops. Okay. Which other ones do I know? Uh, they don't have one for the Fiji Islands, so I can't actually do that one. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, Papua New Guinea. Okay, Papua New Guinea, Manus, Western Province, Milne Bay. Central is this one. Medan, Bougainville. This big island out here is actually going to become a new country. Their government, their what is still for the moment a state government and the actual government of Papua New Guinea have signed all the papers and everything, and they're working out the process, and they're going to become independent in 2027. West New Britain, Western Highlands. Wait, is that Southern Highlands? That Western Highlands? Yes. Northern Gulf, West Peak, East New Britain, Jiwaka should be that one. Enga, East Sepik, Eastern Highlands, Morobe, Chimbu, Hela. Uh, oh, I forgot their capital. Darn. Ireland. Click, please. And the Southern Highlands. Okay. All right, that is all the ones that I actually know the states and provinces and or islands of. There is, and I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, in Indonesia, I had to resort to external measures to show you. I don't have a blank map of like Cabo Verde, so I can't do that at the moment. So that's last time I only knew 50, 52. This time I knew almost 90. So whereas last time was a sub ultimate geography stream, this was an actual ultimate geography stream. Oh, wait, I forgot. I promised Agent Smith I would do Norway a second time. Okay. Back to Europe, here, down, Norway. Get off my screen. Norway. Okay. Vestland. Is that Troms up here? Is no longer part of Norway. It's part of my Arctic Confederation. Trondelag, Mor-Ramsdal, Rogaland, Viken, Agder, Telemark, Inlandat, Nordland, and Oslo, where apparently everybody in Norway is from because nobody's cool enough to be from anywhere else. Except I knew one guy one time who commented like once was from somewhere. He was on this peninsula right here, I believe, where one of the terminals is, where like the oil and gas pipelines come on shore. Because he sent me pictures a few times, but I've never received like comments from him since then. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. You guys actually aren't that far ahead. So it's like 2 a.m. for you. Oh wait, you're actually not from Oslo. We have one person who isn't from Oslo. Awesome. And Norway, since it has so many like ridiculous amounts of medium to small rivers, Norway is almost completely hydropowered, which is a actual reliable, good renewable energy source as opposed to wind and solar. So Norway is completely covered, and even if that wasn't enough, they could just go down and get geothermal as well pretty easily. Norwegian manga. Oh no. All right, I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I technically still have 10 more minutes that I allotted myself. Uh, Anything I'm forgetting? I guess I can always go through and look at stuff. Do we have anything interesting? Oh, yeah, probably the natural gas data should have woken up, or should have been uploaded. U.S. natural gas data for the week. Going. Okay. 99.2. Demand, just under 90. Residential is just starting to pick up as it gets a bit colder. The heating demand will start to climb. Industrial stays pretty stable in the lower 20s. Power is nowadays usually around 30, except during the high points of summer, it goes up into the 40s as demand skyrockets, particularly in the southern state, which is where a lot of natural gas power generation is, and out in the desert. They really love natural gas out in the desert. LNG is up close to 12. Once we have the Freeport terminal fix, that's going to jump up to like 14 or 15, which we are sending to Europe. We actually, even of just the 12, we're able to send like an additional 1 to 2 billion cubic feet per day over to Europe now that we weren't previously able to, because Japan has they've started reactivating their nuclear reactors after they've installed like an unimaginable number of safety dead man switches. So if anything remotely happens, it will immediately just insert the control rods and shut the reactor down. As happened, and those safety measures did even come into play here in the U.S. recently in California, like last summer I think it was, or 2020. There was like some kind of glitch in like the wiring in the power plant out in California, and nothing was actually wrong. Nothing was like going like too high or anything. It just stopped getting the readings that it needed, so it immediately just triggered the safety system and shut the reactor down, which caused a bit of a power bit of a power not outage, power sap, you could say, I guess, uh, for for like a day or so before they wound it back up. Oh yeah, I know. I'm not an anti-nuclear person. I'm a full nuclear person. But especially since for $270 a pound, we can chemically harvest a quite literally infinite amount of uranium from seawater. Not completely infinite. Within 10,000 years, we would start to notice a drop in the parts per billion concentration. But It's in terms of our perception of time, that's basically infinite. And we have fourth gen reactor designs where the actual like configuration of the uranium is not capable of melting down. They're less like efficient in producing power. They generate less power, but in trade off, the actual like physically the isotopic arrangement or whatever cannot melt down. It can't go beyond a certain point, no matter how far out you like take the control rods or whatever. So the proper idea would be to switch over to a bunch of Gen 4 reactors and harvesting the uranium from seawater. But I mean, I'm not hiding the fact that that would be really expensive, but it's the only like legitimate option for us going forward. But it's not the one we're choosing to go after. We're going after the ones that look pretty, basically, that we think look futuristic. Oh yeah, and the three guys who supposedly like sacrificed themselves at Chernobyl to go into that tunnel and shut off the water flow didn't even die. That never happened. They literally all survived perfectly fine. One of them died in a car crash in the 90s. Another one ended up dying from old age in like 2015, I think. And one of them is still alive to this day, though he's like 60 something, and he still works at a nuclear power plant. Do we have anything else we can check? What do we got? Oh, has the global numbers updated yet, or are they still back on July? Nope, they're still back on July. Come on, guys, do your job. Like, if you need someone to do something this simple, just inputting data into basically an Excel sheet that converts into a graph later, I can do that for you. Like, I can do that just fine if you want. Uh, check some prices. One that's less laggy. This one. Lumber is, yep, still down at the lowest point it's been since early 2020. Down at 410. What else do we have? Crude oil, or at least US crude oil, around 80. Urals down to 70. Uranium still hovering around $50 a pound. Gases dropped down after the big spike 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Uh, Gold is there. Silver should not be this low. Like, really, the deficit is very real, and the global inventories are being drawn down quite quickly. It should not still be this low. Granted, I mean, if you want it, this is probably one of the last chances you're gonna get to get it like down at only $18 an ounce. But still, it really should not be that low. Copper round 345. Copper does have business being that low. It can still be. Iron ore, iron's basically infinite. Lithium has finally started going up again. Platinum shouldn't be. Platinum and palladium really should not be as low as they are. Platinum with how thin that margin is, honestly should be like over 2,000 an ounce. Palladium should be up at like 5,000. But the market, in quotation marks, because people treat it like it's some sentient being, the market is ignoring reality. Cotton is still around $85 a pound. Cotton is going to spike to record highs in the upcoming years once the droughts and aquifer depletion in especially India, because India is the mega cotton producer of the world. Once that in India starts like decimating their cotton crop, cotton prices are going to start going insane. And like I said in that one video, it's not going to produce actual clothing shortages, but you are going to see like a lot less clothing. Like there's not going to be excess clothing in Walmart and stuff anymore. Cobalt was down at only $30,000 a ton. Now it's back up to 50 because the Civil War started back up. Granted, for the moment, It is primarily in the north and central parts of the country. It hasn't flared back up in the actual southern parts where the cobalt is yet. Uh, Lead and aluminum should not be this low, and especially tin. What is tin doing down here? And nickel, still, really. Oh no, you'll still have a job. It's just instead of making a bunch of clothes that people are going to pay X amount of money for, you're going to make a few clothes that people are going to pay like, you know, a lot of money for. Instead of just sending out shipments, your boss is going to have like a few pieces of clothing and stand as a joke, of course, but and she's going to stand out in the parking lot like hustling it off to the highest bidder. Do I hear 500? Do I hear 600? $600 for a shirt. $600 for a shirt. Do I hear 650? Uh, let's see. Urea fertilizer is now back up to 852. Basically, it just follows natural gas prices because the nitrogen that we get from the atmosphere to make the urea fertilizer is fixed with natural gas. That's how the process goes. So basically, it follows natural gas prices wherever they go. They spiked up, and when they spiked up more recently, a couple weeks ago, it jumped up over 900 again. However, it has now dropped back down to 852 because the natural gas prices have been falling back down. So that's basically how that pattern goes. Soda ash is pretty steady. I mean, the supply is effectively infinite. Uh, Half the world's soda ash is mined from that one mine in southwestern Wyoming. Um, and Yeah, half of it's coming from that one mine in southwestern Wyoming, and that the deposit that's being mined from, the Green River deposit, is in terms of at least how much soda ash we use, that deposit is effectively infinite. I think the actual calculations are around 4,000 years worth of soda ash just under that Green River basin. So there are a few things that we have no supply concerns with whatsoever. However, on the counter side, there's a lot of things that we have a lot of supply concerns with that are going to make life fascinating for all of us. Uh, what else can do? Well, I already checked weather. Oh, yeah. Check on Ian. What's up, Ian? What you got? Oop, scroll down again. 75-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, you haven't strengthened at least. 986 millibar pressure. That's not that bad. Oh, yeah. Vietnam also just got hit by a super typhoon. And like I don't know, half the country is underwater or something again. So you guys might see some shortages from that kind of stuff. Also, I don't know what's made where as usual, but you might see some shortages from that. A lot of stuff's made in Vietnam. A lot of plastic stuff. A lot of office supplies like notebooks and things. A lot of clothes and a lot of I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Uh, Electronics, yes. Basically, if it's not an iPhone, then it's made in Vietnam or Malaysia. The iPhones are made in China, though. Although Apple is finally realizing that China's not a fun place, and they're deciding to move their production down to Vietnam and over to India. So uh, Z continues to he continues to shoot China in the foot and the kneecap with his super mega ultra COVID obsession, and also the super like monitoring like omni government presence, observe everything, and report everything to us all the time. Measure that China takes with its citizens. They've started taking with companies now as well, and companies don't really take too well to that. So that's starting to push them out. Although there are a lot of there are a lot who don't really care. those basically those who make like cheaper things, like a lot of like toys and stuff like that, uh, bathroom items and things like soap containers or whatever. A lot of plastic and stuff. A lot of that's still going to be made in China because a lot of them don't really care. Oops. Where's the Oh no, I have to actually go to Google or no, to YouTube. Where what am I doing? Here we go. Excuse me, please load. Thank you. Oh no, I have to enlarge it. Well, we can actually enlarge now because we're not on that site anymore. No, not comments, content. Content, live, manage. Okay. No political advocacy, solicitation. So, no, blah blah, minus 20. Hey, Alaska does minus 50. Get on my level. Oh no, you don't want to mess with moose. Moose are actually much more dangerous than a lot of the other stuff you'll find in the north. Like the bears barely kill anyone. They'll actually run from you if you yell at them. Moose kill people. Like moose want to kill people. And with that interesting bit of information, that's basically where we're going to end it this time. Because I've run out of stuff. Next time I should have more. I'll hope I'll be up to like maybe 120 countries by then. Uh, there's 193 recognized countries. Uh, and then with stuff like Somaliland and Western Sahara and Tibet, there's another I think 30. I think like the number of total uh, they usually just classify them as independent entities. The number in that total goes up to like 221. So I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna get it all. Don't you worry about it. Even the hard ones like Vietnam and its 105 provinces. I'm eventually gonna get around to it. And maybe I'll eventually get around to finishing Italy and its mere 18 provinces as well, which I've learned 9 of over the course of 6 months. But all right, that's it then. So I will see you guys around in the next video, which should be, if I don't get it out tomorrow, then it's gonna come on Sunday. But that's it for the stream. So I'm heading off, and I will see you guys around another time. If I can find my end stream button. At least the one in OBS, I mean. Oh, right there. Stop streaming. Okay. See you guys.